Good morning, everybody. This is Maestro Ethan, and I'm here to tell you about the word of the day for English 4. Good evening, Mr. X's class. So the word of the day today, September 14th, 2015, is capacity. Capacity is a noun, and it has two meanings. So it can be the number of things or people that a container or space can hold. How many things or how many people can fit in a space. And then number two, the ability to understand or do something. So for number one, number of things or people that a container or space can hold. We talk about this a lot with, like the fire department puts these signs in rooms that says how many people can fit in that room. So there's actually a sign over in the far corner over there, which says, it says maximum occupancy. But yeah, way up in the top, maximum, thank you. Maximum occupancy, that's a synonym, that's another way to say capacity. We could say capacity. And it says over there, maximum occupancy for this room is supposed to be 27 people. That's supposed to be the capacity of this room. So that's what we should try to stick to for how many people are going to be in this room, if we want to follow the rules. The capacity of this room, that's how many people can fit in this room, is supposed to be 27 people. And then the second meaning is the ability, being able to. The ability to understand or do something. So you can talk about somebody has the capacity to do something. Usually after capacity, in this meaning, after the word capacity, you use an infinitive, you use to. So I have the capacity to explain vocabulary. I hope. I try. So I have the ability, that's what I'm saying. The ability, I can do it. So we have a couple sentences. So over here is a sentence. So using English, this is our sentence that you're going to copy on the back of your card. Human beings all have the capacity to share stories with each other. So all human beings have the ability to share stories. We can do that. That's something that human beings can do. All right. And then down here, so I have the capacity of this room is 27 people. You can make any sentence like that if you're making a sentence with the capacity of a room, a space, or it says things also. It could be a container. The capacity of this container is 1 gallon. You can put 1 gallon of water in this container. You can say that. And then every person has the capacity to do well in English class. This is what we try to tell people. You can do well. Doesn't matter who you are. You can do it. So you have the capacity to do well. Use to. After to, remember to use the infinitive, the simple form. Common mistake. People put like to does or to did or something, but that's always wrong. Don't do that. Just a hint. So, and then I'm going to talk about the middle part. So in Spanish, capacidad, and today my students are telling me that that is a pretty accurate translation. It's the same in Spanish. And then we have some word families. So one word family is incapacitate. So in is a prefix that means not, and it's a verb, capacitate. So to incapacitate is like to attack somebody or something and to take away their ability. So often it means like to make somebody unconscious. So I don't know, in a boxing match, if somebody hits somebody in the head and the boxer is unconscious, we could say they incapacitated him. Or at least the person can't move anymore, can't do anything. It could be like, I don't know, there's somebody, some crazy person trying to attack somebody, and all the people jump on the person and incapacitate him so that he can't attack anybody anymore. He can't move anymore because they, throw him on the ground so he can't move. That's incapacitate. Incapacitated is an adjective to describe a person who this has happened to. So you could say, or like they talk about, if the president is incapacitated, then the vice president, even if the president is not dead, if the president is incapacitated, like so the president is very, very sick or has some kind of medical issue or goes crazy or something, then the vice president can take over the country if the president is incapacitated, which means the president, he or she, no longer has the ability to do the job of being president. And we have synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms, for the first one, limit is similar to this, the limit of number of people. We could put occupancy also, that's on the wall over there. Occupancy, which is spelled like this, that's for people only. I would say occupancy is not for things, it's only for people. And then for definition 2, capability or ability. Antonyms for definition 2, we can say inability or incompetence. So the opposite of capacity, being able to do something, you could say inability. This person has an inability to work. Right, if the president couldn't work, was incapacitated, we could say the president has an inability to work. That's another thing. Incompetence is a little different. Incompetence just means that you're supposed to be doing a job, but you're bad at it. So it's not like this. If someone is incapacitated, they can't do anything. If they're incompetent or if they're showing incompetence, that means they're just doing something badly. They don't know how to do it. So, but yeah, the word capacity I think is not going to be that hard. So I hope that's a good enough explanation, and I'll stand out of the way of my sentences for a second. These are my examples here, and this is the example up here. And thank you very much. Thank you for videotaping me, Norma. All right.